Hey guys, I'm gonna uh, attempt to write and talk to you. I have this little contraption on my dashboard, and I'm like, let me see if I can be fancy and drive and talk at the same time. Probably wouldn't advise it, so I probably won't be looking at you guys, so I can focus on the road. But just giving you an update. I haven't done a video in a minute. I posted a couple of clips of me on my latest trip to Niagara Falls, New York, and I had so much fun. My dad would take us to Niagara Falls when we were younger, me and my siblings, on our way to either see my aunt or my uncle. One of our uncles lived in Buffalo, and one of our auntie lived in Rochester, New York. So it was a quick drive, 5 hours from where we lived, and just a fun trip. But I never stayed over at Niagara, or I never tried to do any of the activities. We would just be walking through and taking pictures, which is still an experience because it's so beautiful. So I went in the entire electrical circuit on the American side, which is the New York side, was out. So the Canada side, there's two different sides of Niagara: the Canadian, and then the American. The Canadian side, you can see them zip lining and going on made of the mist boats and all that. And we on the American side was just now if I would have had a passport, I could have walked over and enjoyed the Canadian side, but I don't have one. And the thing is, I was supposed to have gotten a passport years ago, guys. I just never was adamant or followed through. But besides all that, we found an amazing coffee shop called The Spot. Me and my friend went, and we walked tons. I mean, hills and she had an Apple Watch. I don't have an Android still. Don't talk about me, but I love Androids. But her watch was it looks like you're working out, but we literally were just walking so much and going up and down these hills that her device thought we was doing some cardio. So we got our workout in. We chilled in the hotel, went back out. But one thing I'm gonna say about Niagara is they don't have a lot of eateries, but they had this amazing coffee shop called The Spot. Hit it up if you ever go to Niagara. It's the place to be, and they have way more than just coffee. So we pretty much had breakfast there the days we were there. And then we tried this place called Anchor, because Buffalo and Niagara are very close, neck and neck, right? So Anchor is known as the original Buffalo wing, right? Buffalo sauce, Buffalo wing, Buffalo, New York. So I tried out the tenders, not the wings. So I mean, it wasn't oh my gosh, I can see why they were the originators of the buffalo wing, but they weren't. It wasn't bad either. It was just I was expecting a zest of flavor. So it wasn't bad. It was good, but it wasn't oh my gosh, I kind of amp myself up, and then when my ampedness doesn't match with what I'm getting, I kind of get disappointed. So it's not that they were not good, it's just that I was just over the top of my head. But somebody else may go there and think that it was how I got amped up previously. Oh, it was amazing. So very relaxing. Like I said, even though so I can imagine if all the shops were open and stuff. The downtown area of Niagara was open, but just not the actual Niagara resort shops, I guess they would call them, for specifically Niagara Falls shops. But we still were able, I was able to get me some unique coffee mugs, because you guys know, I don't know if I ever mentioned on my channel, but I love coffee mugs. I love coffee, different flavors, and it's not I drink cups a day. I only drink a cup a day if I do it. Sometimes I go a span without drinking coffee, but I do love mugs, so I have to have something to do with a mug or coffee or both in my life. So I did that, and I went shopping quite a bit. Guys, I haven't went shopping like that in a minute, but I ended up still getting my kids something and my husband something, just because by nature I'm a giver, so I couldn't just be all selfish. I could have been I'm always doing stuff for y'all, let me, but I always think about them when I go away. and I don't go away often, and so like this year, this is like my second trip. Woo! That's how much I don't go out. Like my second trip this year, I'm like, the kids are like feeling bad, and my husband probably wasn't too happy about it because when I leave, he has to man the station. But it has to be done for just me. It's important for moms, us to take care of ourselves, and a lot of times when we're home and we're in the swing of things, we don't we don't take care of ourselves, right? We focus on everybody else, which is bad. But unless you learn how to balance it, and if you gotta get away is what I'm trying to say. Get out of there, girl. Get out. Like that movie. Get out. Not the Caucasian folks trapping you. It's your family. Get out. Oh, anyways. But I did go on a family trip before that. So we went to Grateful Lodge, which was so fun. I was running through the hallways like a kid with my kids. Girl, they had a dance party, and I'm sorry I keep saying girl, it could be a guy watching my channel too, but they had a dance party at Grateful Lodge, and people was just so happy. The kids had to be in bed by 7 or you get kicked out the hotel. I'm just kidding, they don't kick you out, I don't think, as much money as you have to pay to be there, but they definitely had like, look, kids need to be quiet between these times so people can get their rest on this Grateful Lodge for sure. But that was in Traverse City, and that was super fun. That was like, I would go back there by myself, but I would look like a creeper. Like, how you gonna be there without your kids? That's not okay. So I'm not going to do that, but I was just saying I had that much fun. And so much has happened that I probably haven't even been on here to talk to you guys about. So I won't go too far back in time, but now I'm back home. Now I'm in a groove of things. I've spent way too much money, so I'm kind of like on a freeze right now. Although I do have a hair appointment tomorrow to get these tightened up. My locks are locking. You hear me? These locks are locking. Let me turn off my car. See, I was safe, y'all. I was looking at the road the whole time. But look at my locks. Get into it. Get into it. Hold on, let me see. Oh, you see that? These locks are locking. I have a friend, she says something is something all the time. These locks are locking. These food is food. And girl, it be cracking me up. Shouts out to her. I won't say her name because she probably like, don't be saying my name on your channel. But anyway, so another experience I had. So my daughter tells me all the time, Mom, you have a mustache. So me being me, I got my lips waxed when I was younger, and I hated it. Like, I couldn't take it. I was about to cry. I was cringing. I was like, ugh. So me and my friend was walking in the mall. We also went to a mall. Went to a lot of places, right? It was called the Fashion Outlets, also in Niagara, New York. Hit it up if you want. It's like Great Lakes Crossing, if you've ever been to Great Lakes Crossing, like a big circle of outlet stores. And then they have another, what they call outside of the mall, like the outside stores that you can go to. Anyways, so I went and got my eyebrows done. My eyebrows are extremely neat, right? Neater than they normally are when I get them done at home. Sad, I live in Michigan and I can't find a decent threader, but that's neither here nor there. But this lady made me realize like that my threader back home is not what it is, not giving what it's supposed to give. First of all, she was very thorough. Anyway, so she looks at my face, and I'm an African American woman, but we are mixed with we have Native American in our family, very heavy. Have a little bit of Caucasian, and I actually have German in our family too, but not to go down a family tree. Because of that, I think I have a little bit of chin hair that comes. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, that I'm secretly a werewolf. So I don't grow a full beard, but a lot of women do have hair that grows around their chin, on their neck. I'm one of them. When I was younger, I didn't deal with it. As soon as I hit 30, I turned into werewolf mode. Anyways, so I went in and I'm like, I noticed that you have prices for each section. Like she said, $10 for here, $10. Like everything was working on chin, neck on her price board. So I said, I want you to do my eyebrows, but before I do that, just trying to be price conscious, I was like, are you gonna charge me separate for this, because I don't have a ton of hair, but I have enough hair for people to see it and be like, ugh, what is that on your chin, or get that off. So I'm very like, I talk to people like that for real though. They always laugh, but I be like serious, just trying to be like very honest as possible. So she was like, no, like I just do eyebrow whatever and just do it whatever. So I was like, cool. So I got in a chair. So she looks at me and says, she's like, do you want me to get your mustache? Not a mustache. So I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't handle it. I said, I know it's there. Like, I'm very aware of it, but I can't handle it. So she got me in the chair. She's like, okay. So that was before I sat down. She was just looking at me face on. So when she sat down, she was like, she did my eyebrows, very thorough. She went in, went out, clipped, went back in, aloe vera. Like anybody who get their eyebrows threaded, the eyebrows threaded knows what I'm talking about. So then she looks at me and she's like, just let me try to get it. And she starts threading my upper lip. She was in my nose. She was here. Like, I didn't even know hair was here. Like, lip on top. Yeah, mustache. But, so I had a full-blown mustache, apparently, that I didn't know about. My daughter knew about it. Kaya, my daughter, she always tells me, Mom, you have a mustache. And I'd be like, girl, stop. Leave me alone. So anyway, this lady was not leaving alone. She got this, guys. She was on my cheeks. She was here. My face literally looks more clear than I'm blessed with good skin anyways. But when she hooked all this up, she was getting into it, okay? You know, I say get into it. She was getting into it. But when she got done, my face was so red. So me and my friend she got hers done too, but not all that. You know, she doesn't have all this and that apparently. But wherever she threaded, it was red. So I was red like here. So it was kind of funny, but it calmed down. No agitation. The lady knew what she was doing. She was spectacular. And then she only charged me for like 2 services when she could have charged me for 4. So I was so thankful for her. Shouts out to her. I don't know what the eyebrow place is called, but it's inside of the fashion outlet. So none of this stuff, of course, is sponsored, but I'm just letting you guys know because a lot of people go to Niagara Falls. So if you haven't checked out these places, go ahead and check them out. They were, at least I loved them, right? So yeah, so that's like my latest updates with locs, just what I'm doing. Health-wise, I've been eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. I did 2 weeks of just fruits and vegetables on my trip. It actually ended the day I went on my trip. So on my trip, I ate light, but I didn't stick to the just fruits and vegetables. But I made sure I did get the fruit aspect in. So I didn't eat much because I was so happy to be away and like be refreshed. So but I didn't stick to my diet. So now I'm back home, I'm gonna jump back into just my mainly fruits and vegetables because it has lowered my blood pressure tremendously. My blood pressure had started getting a little bit out of control, and I'm older, but I'm not older like that, you know. And I know younger people have high blood pressure too, but it's just a concern that I don't want to have to deal with. So I had to change the way I eat, you know, like I had to switch it up because I'm like, you know, my mom had it. So, you know, definitely on the radar for it. So once I did that, like mainly fruits and vegetables, my blood pressure went down even lower than the lowest it had been. My blood pressure, well, no, my blood pressure when I was in my 20s was at 110/80. That was just like my thing. And then when I got older, it would be like 120 over something. But I'm a little older than then. Little older than then, and it was out of control. I had got to like 150 over something. So I was like, no, let's nip this in the bud. So anyway, so that's what I've been doing as far as my diet. I don't know if I've lost any weight. I do know that my face has deflated just a little bit. My clothes fit just a little bit better. But now I'm going to just start doing that and incorporate working out and just try to stay as relaxed as possible. So far, I'm not doing well with staying relaxed. I mean, when I was on my trip, when I'm away from home, like my family, I'm of course completely relaxed because I have no responsibilities. It's just me and a friend, and we're just like, oh, on schedule. So I have to learn how to manage my stress when I'm back home, back in the groove of things, back as mom, trying to manage a household. I'm not working at the moment. I don't think I've told you guys that, but I got laid off in December. Um, Unexpectedly. That's a whole nother story that I'll share later, because that was just like a big surprise, which I imagine most people that get laid off, unfortunately, they don't warn you. They're just like, okay, bye, thanks for all the years you invested into us and missed out on life because you were trying to make our pockets fatter, and in return we're just gonna get rid of you and don't give you a Christmas bonus, a stipend, or nothing. Okay, that's what my job did to me. I'm not saying that's not what happened to you. Really? I know. That was just a short version of what happened. So I didn't come on the channel and say it because, number one, I was embarrassed. I was sad, and I'm still kind of sad about it because I actually liked my job. I was working from home. It was flexible. I was able to do everything with my kids, and now I can do more things with my kids because I'm laid off. But not really, because, well, I could be there for them more. But as far as like the money, it's kind of like So I've been on like a few interviews, trying to figure out what I want to do next. So eventually that'll unfold itself. But it's like I've been going through a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff, it it was good timing because I was becoming overwhelmed and just like here, and I needed to be level, and I wasn't leveling off myself. You know what I'm saying? Leveling off myself. Does that make sense? Sound like I'm about to do something to myself. Leveling off. I don't know, but I needed to just find a place of peace. And I can't say that I'm there yet, but I can say that I'm, at least this year so far, I've been trying to make an effort to take time out for mom to not be mom, for mom to not be mom, for wife to not be wifing. And that may sound bad, but it's just realistic. Like, moms and wives, we do a lot, and then when you combine those two together, you lose yourself. And I can't say that I have lost the person I was years ago. And I know I'm different. I'm not that single person. I'm not trying to be single again, of course, but just that core of who I am, I had lost that, like my sense of style. You can't see my whole outfit, but if you did, you would get why I said that. Getting my mustache waxed, it got out of control, so the lady just was very intensive. I was super red and it hurt really bad. I was crying, but if I had been keeping up with it, it would have been that bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, you just make sure my kids' hair is done. That's why I locked my hair up, though, because locks, you can let them go, as long as you just keep your face clean. Oh, I don't have my earrings today. I need my earrings on, but just keep yourself together. Locks, you can just let them go if you choose to, right? I don't let mine go too far. I'm not a freeform person, but you have freeform locks. I don't like those. But anyways, I know, to each his own. People might not like the way I'm doing my locks, so no slight to those who do the freeform locks. But just desperately trying to get back to me, the me that took care of myself, the me that understood that if I don't take care of myself, I can't help others. Because I've always been a helper and doer of others. Like, do what I can, help what I can. And if I had the means, I would do so much more for people. Like, I want to do stuff for people. I want to do stuff for moms, like situations that I've been in. I want to be able to help people not be in those situations, or be the person to uplift them out of those. But I know I'm getting to other stuff, but I guess just saying where my heart is. And sometimes when I feel like I can't be that person or do that person, I get frustrated, and another part of me comes out that's probably not the most bubbly personality to be around. But anyways, not to go down a rabbit hole, I just want to give you updates. This video is longer than other videos I've done in the past, probably because I'm catching up and I haven't nearly caught you up on everything, but just showing you my logs, telling you about my diet, which is generally what I talk about on my channel, and a little bit extra. So I'm sorry I didn't glide on my trips, but when I was on my trip, I saw a YouTuber. She was like, I think she was like dressed up. She had the like fancy camera, and she was like walking around talking. So I might be on somebody else's channel because I know for sure she had to be a YouTuber because she was dressed to the nines. Now I was like, I need to get to that level where I'm dressed up, I'm popping, you know, I got my little camera like, yes, I'm in Niagara. We was at the Rainforest Cafe, another place we went. She was there. She was like, I'm at the Rainforest Cafe. Now she wasn't talking like that, but that's how like I felt like she would have talked if I would have heard her voice. But I definitely saw the camera, and she was like there. She was at the mall, and she was beautiful. She had her little what's they call those hats? Fedora hat. I look terrible in fedora hats, by the way. I think because my head too big. My head is too much like giving circle, giving the fedora won't fit. Right. Anyways. So I'm about to go into this store because I'm back to mommy, back to getting groceries and stuff. But yeah, that's just what I've been doing. So I have a lot more going on in my life, but no need to share right now. But I just want to post this up, put a video out, and yeah, love God, love people, and just looking. I always watch my surroundings. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I gotta get in the store. Sorry I drove and talking, but guys, I wasn't looking at y'all. I was looking at the road the whole time, right? All right. Hopefully I'll talk to you soon. Bye.